I want to quickly talk about a DM I got over the weekend. Now, I don't really talk about the DMs I get because A, you don't want to know, and B, gross. So this one came from a guy out of Quebec. He saw one of my We're from Lethbridge videos on TikTok. He's thinking about moving to Lethbridge. If there's one thing I pride myself on, it's my detective skills on the internet. This one frustrated me. He had nothing on his account, no name whatsoever. Most of his tweets were in French and no pictures. One thing I could tell was he was big into soccer. So I took his account, sent it to a soccer friend of mine who works for the city of Lethbridge, and said, "Does anything ring a bell on here? Can you get anything out of this?" He came back and said, "No, but I do know that the University of Lethbridge is currently looking to hire a new head soccer coach." So came back to this guy. Meanwhile, he says, "Hey, saw your We're from Lethbridge video on TikTok. I'm thinking about moving there. Can you talk about the city, the activities, the sports, the show, please and thank you?" I came back with this big long, how do you tell somebody how great your city is and explain all the things about it? Because I mean, you can Google what Lethbridge is like. And for me, I'm thinking, why me? He could have reached out to, well, the city of Lethbridge, visit lethbridge.com, tourism Lethbridge, many of different, more official sources than me, who put a silly little video out on the internet. So I really wanted to do the city of Lethbridge some justice. So I told him about some of the big concerts we've had here. Like I'm talking Elton John, Bob Dylan, Taylor Swift has been here, Carrie Underwood, etc. I told him about some of the sports. I mean, we have a very great sporting program at the University of Lethbridge, obviously. Same thing with the college. We have the NCAA basketball tournament that's coming here in November. We have our own WHL hockey team. We have great high school and elementary school sporting programs. So I explained both of those. I also talked about he wanted to know about downtown and said, lots of pubs, lots of local boutiques and shops and lots of great parks and places that you can go walking through and geocaching and I mean, explain to the river bottom, and in the summertime people go floating, and in the fall you see the leaves change in the hot air balloon and the high level bridge, and just how, again, do you explain how beautiful and wonderful our city is when somebody can Google it? I then, knowing that they're looking to hire a head soccer coach, and knowing that this guy likes soccer, I did get out of him that yes, he is currently interviewing to be, the head soccer coach for the University of Lethbridge. So he asked about the boroughs in Lethbridge, meaning, the different communities and I guess I don't know, neighborhoods. So I said, well, if you're applying for the University of Lethbridge, maybe you would want to live on the west side, so that's close. So explaining, Copperwood and Gary Station and the crossings and Riverstone and Sunridge and down into Paradise Canyon and explaining more of the settled neighborhoods like Nicholas Sharon and Indian Battle Heights and stuff like that. So I even drew him a little map, or like a map off the internet, and circled different neighborhoods. I said, the South Side's great because there's Costco and Walmart and the airport and Superstore. Plus you got Mayor McGrath and all the restaurants and the stores and the movie mill and everything along there. And then you go to the North Side, and I lived there for almost 10 years, and you've got Walmart up on there, and then plus all the new developments like Legacy Ridge and Black Wolf and everything that's growing up towards Hardyville, plus Softball Valley and all the amazing stuff that's on the North Side. So I mean, there's amazing parts on all sides of the city. And well, yes, you can, pick apart the little bad things about Lethbridge and bad people on certain, people will say, the North Side is bad. Well, you know what? Maybe the North Side was bad at one point in time. There's not bad sides anymore. There's bad people in every part of the city. You have to, face facts. So well, I didn't tell him that part, obviously. I kept that to us. So anyway, by the end of our back and forth Twitter conversation, which really only took a few minutes yesterday morning, he wrote, "Thanks a lot. I'm really excited. I'd love to come right now. Yes, it's me for the interview. Really small world that the person that I had contacted that works for the city of Lethbridge, my friend who is my friend in the soccer world, also happens to be on the hiring committee for the University of Lethbridge soccer coach or soccer team. So it is a small world in that my friend would be interviewing him today, in fact. So in my very minimal en français skills, I did tell him, good luck today, in French. So, good luck to him and everybody else. But especially to him because he is the only one that reached out and asked what Lethbridge is like, and is looking forward to moving here. So with that, I didn't realize I was becoming the unofficial ambassador to the city of Lethbridge. I joked to my friend, the urban planner for the city, that I expect my key to the city in the mail or, delivered by the mayor in person kind of any day now. But yes, like how would you explain to somebody across the country, like how do you explain what is Lethbridge? What would you do to try and convince somebody to move here and talk about all the perks? Like I put in, those silly little we're from Lethbridge videos. I don't know, some of them were kind of tongue in cheek and fun and maybe a little poking in a fun way, maybe the not so fun weird things about Lethbridge that maybe aren't so great. And certainly the comments were flooded with things that weren't so great about Lethbridge. But I mean, it certainly won this guy over, and I hope my comments to him about the city have as well. But yes, I just wanted to share that fun little story with you because I was super flattered and I wanted to pass it along to you because our city is great. People want to move here. People are looking to move to Lethbridge because we have a great city. I was only supposed to be here for a hot minute. I was only going to move here on the way to Victoria in my radio career. I never left. I fell in love with it here. As I explained to this man yesterday, we're only 2 hours from Calgary. I mean, Calgary is a big center. So if there's something you don't have here in Lethbridge, IKEA, for example, you can go to Calgary. We're an hour from the border. We can see the mountains on a clear day, which is incredible from my small town Saskatchewan mind. And we are sitting right on top of a gorgeous national park. What's better than all of that in one of the biggest farming parts of all of Western Canada? We've got it made in the shade, baby. I mean, this is beautiful. I love Lethbridge, and I will say it time and time again. I I am so happy living here. My sister moved here just a couple years after me. This is our home, and I will say it till I'm blue in the face that I do love Lethbridge, and this is my home, and I am so happy being here with you. Anyway, that is my little, just wanted to share it with you because it was just like it really did make my day yesterday. And I don't, you can tell by how smiley I am probably. And sometimes I do get lost for words. And I guess this is one of those times. Yeah, hopefully we add one more to our population, to the city of Lethbridge here very, very shortly. Well, we will obviously if we're hiring a head coach, but maybe it's this guy. Okay, be well. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye.